What's the point?
That's a really good question. And one I ask myself many, many times each day. I also ask my team many times each day and have done throughout my career. What is the point of doing stuff that adds no value, doesn't help us achieve our goals and aims? I think absolutely nothing. So I frequently ask the question and I encourage my teams to do exactly the same. I think it's a really key part of leadership and helps to keep us on track. So I thought it'd be a really good title for this first video of this 10x leadership channel. And if you stick around, and hopefully you will, you'll hear more and more about what's the point as we go through various episodes. I also thought though it'd be a good title for this very first episode, because what I want to do is share with you, what's the point of this channel, what is it we're trying to achieve. I also want to make this channel and website, so 10xleadership.co.uk, I want to make it into a community as well. And I suppose my ambition is that we can use this channel, I can use this channel to share my skills and knowledge. You can get involved, you can tell me the things that you're interested in knowing more about, and I can help answer some of those questions. I do have a series of things that I want to talk about. I'm just having a quick look at my phone here. I've just been capturing some ideas over the last few years. So, topics including, if you're new to leadership, what are the things you need to do just starting out in leadership that'll get you off on the right foot? What's leadership? What's the difference between leadership and management? Why is openness and honesty important? How do you set the right culture? How do you create the culture? Things like having difficult conversations. What are self-organizing teams? I've got topics and titles here like moving the train. It means something to me. I will do an episode on that, and hopefully it will make sense to you then. Gaining commitment, public speaking, attracting and retaining the right staff, 360-degree feedback. Reading lists. As you may see behind me, there's an awful lot of books. That's just a tip of the iceberg, really. I read a lot about leadership. I watch lots of videos about leadership as well. Not just leadership in the normal sense. I'm constantly looking for how others lead people. Not necessarily in a formal sense, but often informal as well. So what I'm going to do as well on the 10x Leadership website is I'm going to be putting, I was going to say reading lists, but it sounds all very formal. I'll be putting links to books that I think are important and relevant to the episode and the topic that we're talking about. And I'll put those on there to, again, to make your lives easier. I suppose the other thing to say is, in the interests of honesty and openness, the other thing that I'm looking to do is to do some mentoring and coaching with some people. And I say some people because, what I want to do is be really selective and help people that, really need help, really want to learn, and I suppose also are interested in leading in the way that I lead. There's lots of different ways of doing it. I'm going to tell you, I suppose what I've done over the years, I've tried all different types of leadership. And hopefully I've sort of synthesized it down into things that I think will work. And, I'll share my style of leadership. Hopefully that'll resonate with you and, will be something you want to learn as well, in which case there will be opportunities for me to do some coaching and mentoring for some of you. So the YouTube channel, the 10x Leadership site, is free. The coaching and mentoring would be a paid service, and again I'll provide details of that as we go through. So I've got lots and lots of ideas for lots of different videos. I reckon I've got a list of about 30 to 50 points. I think probably the place to start though on this particular video is, I suppose, right at the beginning, which is what is the difference between leadership and management. And I think even now people get very confused about the two. For me, it's, I was going to say, relatively simple. My the way that I think of it is that management, in essence, is about managing an activity or an outcome. Leadership is about the people side of things. It's about engaging people. It's about inspiring people. It's about getting the best out of people and developing them. And through that activity, individuals will want to get on and deliver the activities that we're paying them to do anyway. So for me, leadership is about people, management is about tasks. There's more to it than that, but that's my definition. And again, lots of people think that you can only be a leader at a certain level in an organisation or company. Again, I don't believe that's true. I think you can be a leader at any level because it is about the impact and the engagement you have with people. Anyone can be a manager. I've seen lots and lots of managers in very senior positions, and what they're very good at is managing a task, managing an outcome, managing delivery of a project. And of course that does require skills. It's just that I think it requires management skills more than it requires leadership skills. And in my experience, let's say over 30 odd years of leading people, the more that you can be a leader, the more you can inspire people, the more that people enjoy working in your team, for your organisation, for your company, and the more that they're motivated to deliver the work that needs to be delivered. And I suppose I've found as well that people tend to be self-motivated, and the leadership style that I've got, more of a sort of coaching leadership style, is one that encourages people to be self-sufficient. I'll talk about digital leadership in a future episode, but there's in Agile there's a phrase about self-organizing teams, and it's exactly what the name suggests. That's the sort of leadership that I like. What that does then is it frees me up to do the things that only I can do, and it gives ownership, it gives control, I suppose, to your team and your individuals in your teams then, just to get on and do the things that they're being paid to do, that they want to do, if you'd only get out of the way and let them get on with it. So, in essence, for me, that's what that's the difference. And all of the coaching and mentoring that I do is about leadership. I mean, I can touch on the management. We can talk about the sort of techniques and the project management techniques you might use to help deliver an activity or a project. But like I say, that isn't what this channel's about. This is about leadership and how you can be a fantastic leader, and I suppose actually how you can help people in your team be fantastic leaders as well. And the more leaders we have, the better, in my opinion. So that's a sort of summary of what this channel's about. It's going to grow. So the one thing I can guarantee is that this video is probably going to be the worst of the series, even though I'm relieved to get on with it. And it's the first video. I'm not an expert in presenting, certainly not to camera. I've done lots of public speaking, etc. But stick with it. I think there are some brilliant things I can share with you that will be practical tips that will help you either get your leadership skills off the ground, or even if you've been a leader for years, will help you enhance that and become an absolutely great leader. I forgot to mention a couple of things, 2 or 3 things actually. So the first one is, why should you listen to me at all? Well, I've talked about my leadership journey and the fact that I've been leading for about 35 years. What I didn't mention is I've done that at all sorts of levels, and I'm currently a senior leader in an organisation of about 10,000 people. So, I mean, that isn't enough really to justify you listening to me, but I really do know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be doing these if I didn't. And hopefully you can judge for yourselves as you watch these videos and decide whether I really do know what I'm talking about and whether it's making any difference for you. So that was the first thing. The second thing is going to try and release a video every week, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to commit to doing that for the next year, and let's just see how that goes. So that links me to the third thing, which is hopefully you'll want to see future videos. If you do, of course, the best way of doing that is to subscribe, and if you also like this video, do that as well. And again, in the interests of openness and honesty, of course, that makes a difference to reward from YouTube. Clearly, at this point, first video, there's not going to be any monetary reward at all, and that's not really why I'm doing it. But I might as well be able to pay for the costs of the equipment, etc., for making these videos. So if you are interested, if you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe, and you won't miss any future videos. And the last bit is, I mentioned before about coaching, the paid coaching. If you're interested in that, have a look on 10xleadership.co.uk, and I will put a link on there. I'll put a link in the description as well. And if you're one of the first 100 subscribers to this 10x Leadership YouTube channel, then I will make sure you get priority over everyone else. Okay, that's it for now. I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks very much.